In this week's video, we have half got one cracking adventure for you to watch. So if you like things like this, or like this, grab a cold one, sit down, relax, and see how we get on with this adventure. So in today's convoy, we got myself in the Discovery 1, we got Dave and Andy in the Suzuki Vitara, we got Jack in his Discovery 2, and Chris in his Defender 90. So we were on our way to meet Theo at Lost Lake and we come across this little bog hole. It wasn't half a smelly one. Now it's not like Chris to take it easy through a bog hole, but he did do on this one, so that probably shows how smelly this one was. Alright guys, so as you've seen, we've just come down to Lost Lake to meet Steve, which is there. So we're here now, we're at the end of Lost Lake, we've head down, we're going to head off now, we're going to go and see a waterfall as well on the way out, and then we're going to go and hit Pig Track. So if you've got to this point, make sure you stay tuned. So this is one of the more washed out sections on Lost Lake track. Now Dave was complaining of some scrubbing at this section and a section further along the track. Now unfortunately this wasn't the end of the scrubbing for Dave and the Suzuki Vitara for this adventure, but I hope his underguard protection is going to protect that car well. And we're at the waterfall just off the road at the end of Lost Lake on one of these little roads going off from it. Alright guys, so we're just on pig track now. There is a bit of an entrance to it where it's dead rocky, but because we were on the road, I didn't want to block the road getting the camera out and putting it out. So on the way out, I'll video. It's not as hard coming out as it is in, but I'll video it and you get the idea for what it's like coming into the track. From here, this is getting muddier. So at the minute I'm running 30 in my PSI in my tyres, because obviously we were doing Lost Lake and coming here, and I didn't want to go down to 25 just at that point. So I'm going to take it down to another 5, get 25 PSI in the tyres, because obviously I'm running the all-terrains, and then hopefully that'll just give us a little bit more grip when we get to the more technical woody section, because wood, when it gets wet, it's slippy. So hopefully it'll just give me a bit more grip. If not, we can take a little bit more out and go down to 20, but I think 25 will be fine for doing this track. But hopefully, stay tuned and hopefully we make it to the top and back out. So this next section was a bit of a nightmare. We're trying to pass over this tree root that was coming out the floor. Now it was pushing us over to the right where there was a big tree stump sticking out the floor. Now that could potentially do damage to the vehicles, which we wanted to try and avoid where possible. So we all got out, done some packing of rocks into the right side, and eventually we got over with some good directions from our spotters in the group. Right, give me a bump there, Greg. Go on, go on. Steve took a different line to everyone else at this section and got himself into a little bit of a pickle. Now the bar work protected the vehicle well, and
That's
Andy
different.
and Chris did a good job at spotting him through and getting him back onto the right track.
Hard right, Sting. Right, straight back at that. Keep going straight back. Straight back. Left hand look. Left. Try and get your wheel up there.
So here we have another well-known section on Pig Lane. It's a bit of a cross axle, so we'll see how we get on getting through here. So I did have a feeling the Suzuki was going to get stuck at this section and not be able to get through under its own steam. Now I'd done it without any problems really. It did get stuck at the little cross axle bit before you go down into the dip. Now Andy jumped out again and helped Dave get the Suzuki Vitara through without any damage. He also helped the rest of the lads get through with virtually no problems.
Right, hang on. Bit right, come forward in that. Okay, keep going. Touch it straight up and go.
Give it some welly power. So as you just seen, Jack managed to get the Discovery 2 cross axle just before going into the ditch. Now this is where we found that Jack actually had a problem with the Discovery 2, where he was trying to ride the clutch in the cross axle and his clutch was a little bit burnt out, I think. So it kept stalling. So we give it a minute and he managed to get through without any problems and carried on with the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend. Keep going. Oh, don't do this again. Oh, come on, I thought sneak into power. got to the top of Pig Lane, and there's not a lot of room for us to turn around, so we got turned round and headed back down the track. Now, as you probably noticed, there wasn't a lot of footage of us getting out the track, as we'd gone past the time that I'd suspected we'd been on Pig Lane for, and we wanted some lunch. So I done as much filming as I could, and Andrew, Chris's lad, got some footage as well, as you'll see in the following clips. So stay tuned for that. And then we did some more tracks around betws-y-Coed area as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. Stay tuned, and hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the video.
What is he on his? Is he on his underneath? Yeah, you're right. Go on. Back over this way. Loads.
So Dave definitely gave this Suzuki Vitara a good test on this track, as you see, and it's doing big wheel lifts. It was doing this all day, scratching the underneath and everything, and good on the underbody protection, as it kept it safe all day. Thanks to the guys building a ramp for the Suzuki Vitara, just made the discovery just get through it so easy.
Right, straighten up at that now, mate. Straight forward down. A little bit of right hand up. Yeah. Right, that's it. Right, try and up this side.
Go on. Your wheels are there now.
Left hand down now, Dave. Keep coming. More left foot. More left foot, loads of left foot. Right, just hold it there. Just go, take your lock off and go back a bit.
That's where I was fucking thought, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep
going.
They're full left.
No, I should be alright anyway. Just touching the
Be
fucking.
watching his back corner.
Yeah, he's
Go a
alright.
bit more, Dave.
Go a bit more. Go on.
Right, left lock now. That's it.
Go on.
Go on.
So this last clip just showing how important it is to have some good spotters up front.
That's all. I was just going to go that way. Hold it there. Right, come backwards a bit now, mate. Okay, forward. Oh, shit.
Lock again.
Lock again. Try full left lock again, mate.
You just try and drive it that way. That's our so we can go round it.
Right, hold it there.
Maybe 6 or 4 minutes.
Whoa.
Yes, good.
Right, full left foot and back.
Yeah, turn on that off.
Hang on.
Pull right now. Pull left to me.
Go, keep going a bit
I'm
more.
getting confused there.
Right, put your other lock on now. Right, try it there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing is keep that wood out. Do the wood is
Right.
I might slide over.
Put your lock off now, mate. Yeah, straight on towards Chris a bit. All right, I'm well. Yeah, all right. How's it for a moment?
Just done Pig Lane, and we just well, because it was getting quite late, we hadn't had lunch, so we got off Pig Lane. As you can see, we didn't get much coming off, so we found somewhere to get something to eat, because we wanted some hot food. It was didn't really want to make what we've got, so we just found somewhere to get some hot food. Now we're at I think it's called Boulder Track. It's next to St Helen, so we're on betws-y-Coed now. So we're going to head down here, see what we can find. Yeah, keep going. Come on. Straighten up. Come on, you'll be alright now.
Go on, you alright? That's just coming up that step now. That nice and slow down there now, Dave. Get slow. Perfect. Okay, clear, mate.
So no mic again, it's in my jacket and I couldn't really be bothered, I just wanted a quick update. But we come down this track and you seen the sign, no vehicle right, and I was like, I'm sure untraveled it said it was fine. Anyway, got totally stumped, realised that this is the track here and it doesn't look like it's being used recently, but we'll go and have a little look, get some information. We can always update trail-wise too then as well. Everyone's just turning onto the track now. Then we'll go and see. I remember there was a little rock step last time I done it, and that was about a good few years ago, like, so we'll see how we get on and we'll bring you back when we get to the rock step. So, as you have all just seen, this Suzuki Vitara has been through it all today, doing rock steps, rock climbs, the lot, and it's still going strong. It even made it back home with Dave, and even took Andy back home as well on its way back. And it didn't have any dramas doing it all, didn't have any big damage to it, and it done it.
Super Vitara does it again.
Alright guys, so that's it for the off-roading now for today. I don't think we'll be doing any tomorrow other than a little track out of camp. But Dave and Chris and camping with us, so it'd just be me with the roof tent and everything like that. Then we've got Steve, I think he's got a swag or something like that with his 270 awning, and we got Jack, he's just in like a bivvy. It's a normal tent basically, because they go fishing and stuff like that, so they've got stuff like that. So yeah, and they're gonna head off, we're gonna go to camp. We'll bring you back when we're at camp. Right guys, so this is where we're setting up camp. You might recognise it from one of the other videos where me and Logan, we were just set up here. We had a brew. So we're going to decide where we want to set up camp. We've had a good day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you got anything to say. We've all had a good day. Obviously Andy and Dave and Chris couldn't stay with us tonight, but should be a good night with just the three of us. So we're all set up. Got got my missus with me this time, but she wanted to stay in the awning room, so I've had to set that up. And the roof tent, so I'm in the roof tent, my missus in the awning room. These are in the bivvy, they've got 2 beds in the bivvy, so they're staying in that. And then we got Steve. We got Steve in his 270 awning. Are you staying in there?
Yeah, my swag's
Oh yeah,
as well.
he's got the swag set up, like you've seen on Panda's videos. He's got a swag like that. So as I said before, this is where me and Logan stopped for a brew when we were out the other week. So that's the view. I don't know whether the phone will get it. You can't really see the background of the view, but it's really, you can see right into the distance. Really nice. And a really nice spot to camp this. There's a couple of midges out, which I'm hoping they'll disappear later when we've got the fire on, which is on at the minute. So hopefully they'll disappear. And there isn't too many. But there's camp for tonight. We're not doing any off-roading tomorrow, so hopefully you've enjoyed this one. We've had the boss day out. If you've liked it, make sure you hit the like button. Disliked it, give it a dislike. You can leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next one.